Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're really going to unpack New Fortress Energy. It's a fascinating company sitting right at that intersection of global energy infrastructure and, well, renewable ambitions. Their upcoming earnings report feels like more than just numbers this time around, doesn't it? It's a real test, their unique model versus these shifting global energy demands. So we're going to break down everything you need to know. We've looked at the latest pre-earnings analysis, and we want to give you a clear picture of what's expected, but maybe more importantly, what you should really be looking out for. Our goal, like always, is to help you cut through all the noise and get straight to the insights that actually matter to you.
Exactly. And for New Fortress Energy, understanding that context, the run-up into this report, it's absolutely crucial, especially given how dynamic the sector is right now. We'll definitely look beyond just the headline figures, dig into the trends, their strategic positioning, maybe map out some potential scenarios, just to help you assess the situation with a bit more confidence.
Okay, perfect. Before we really jump in, just a quick note. If you find this discussion helpful, please do subscribe, like, and comment. Your support, honestly, it means the world to us. And if you feel like buying us a coffee, you can find the link for that down in the show notes. Also, and we really mean this, if there's a specific company you'd like us to look into next time, just leave a comment below after you've heard this. We genuinely love hearing from you right then. Let's unpack the core details. This upcoming report for New Fortress Energy, when are we actually expecting it, and what are the analysts thinking?
Okay, so the report is expected around August 8th, 2025. Now, that's not officially confirmed yet, but historically, their pattern is usually either releasing after the market closes or maybe before it opens, right around that date.
Gotcha. And the numbers. What's the market bracing for in terms of profitability, that EPS figure?
Yeah, the earnings per share. For Q2 2025, the analyst consensus, it's actually projecting a loss, -$0.54 per share. And that's not just, a minor dip. It reflects a pretty significant expected decline compared to last year.
Wow, okay. -$0.54. That sounds like a really noticeable shift, maybe even concerning for a company in what should be a high-growth area, right? Was there any kind of whisper number floating around? Or did the company itself give any guidance that might have set these, well, lower expectations?
It's interesting. Our analysis didn't turn up any explicit whisper number, those unofficial forecasts traders sometimes pass around. And there wasn't any direct, specific numerical guidance from management mentioned in the sources we looked at for this quarter. However, the feeling might even be leaning towards a loss that's potentially deeper than that consensus figure. And that's not just pulled out of thin air. It seems largely influenced by their recent track record. They've had some larger than expected misses lately, and that kind of pattern tends to put investors and analysts, well, on edge. And to really get a handle on the current outlook, it helps to look back, doesn't it? See how New Fortress Energy has performed historically, especially compared to what was expected back then. It's not just about the numbers. It's about understanding how prone they are to surprises.
Right, exactly. Past surprises can definitely tell us a lot. So what have we seen over the last, say, 4 quarters? Particularly that expectations versus actual results piece.
Well, Q1 of 2025, that was really a wake-up call. New Fortress Energy reported an actual EPS of -$0.73. The expectation was for -$0.05.
Wow.
Yeah, so a really significant negative surprise. I mean, that's not just a miss. It's almost 15 times worse than expected, which kind of suggests it might not just be market headwinds, maybe an operational issue or a big one-off specific to them that needed a closer look. Before that, things looked different. Q4 2024 was actually positive as 0.13 EPS, and Q3 2024 was positive as 0.5. We didn't have the actual EPS for Q2 2024 in our data, but that huge swing from positive numbers to that deep loss in Q1, that's the most telling recent signal, I think.
Okay, so a really sharp swing from making money to, well, a deep negative loss. That kind of volatility, that feels like a critical piece of the puzzle here. What about the stock's reaction after these reports? Does history show any kind of pattern there?
Well, the specific percentages weren't detailed in the material we reviewed, but what's really quite fascinating is that New Fortress Energy stock often moves significantly more than the options market seems to imply it will. Historically, when you see those sizable misses, like that Q1 2025 one, you typically expect a notable decline, or at least very high volatility, right after the report comes out. And this isn't just, regular market jitters. Their business model heavily reliant on these big LNG projects and that volatile global gas spot market. It just seems to amplify these swings, makes earnings incredibly hard to predict.
So looking at the key metric trends, the big takeaway is just volatility. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. Undeniably volatile. The EPS has fluctuated so sharply. Positive in Q3 and Q4 of 24, then bam, that huge miss in Q1 25. This isn't just a line on a chart, right? It reflects how much external forces really impact their specific operational model. And while we didn't have detailed revenue or other operational metrics in the results we looked at, the overall picture points to incredibly high earnings volatility. It makes every single report a really high-stakes moment for them.
Okay, so beyond the raw numbers and the historical swings, what about recent events? Any significant news or broader market trends during this past quarter, Q2, that could directly shape this report? Any major company-specific moves?
Our analysis didn't really uncover any game-changing M&A activity, mergers, acquisitions, divestitures, or any really transformative news specifically for New Fortress Energy during Q2 2025, which is actually significant in itself, I think. It suggests their performance is likely going to be driven more by their core operations and those broader market forces we talked about, rather than some big specific company event. They seem to just keep their heads down, focusing on developing their LNG terminals and power infrastructure. No major external catalyst popping up last quarter to fundamentally shift their path.
That's interesting. So more about execution then. But what about the wider sector they're in? Energy infrastructure? I mean, it's seen some major shifts and, frankly, some turbulence lately, hasn't it?
Yeah, that raises a really important point. The energy infrastructure sector has faced considerable volatility, and if you connect that to the bigger picture, it's down to several powerful forces acting at once. You've got global natural gas pricing, which can swing wildly, as we know. Then there's the broader macro environment, things like geopolitical risks messing with energy supply chains, and crucially, rising interest rates. Those really hit capital-intensive projects hard. And on top of that, there's this ongoing sensitivity to the supply and demand dynamics in the global LNG market. So things like rising interest rates or uncertain global LNG demand. They could very well have pressured New Fortress Energy's volumes this quarter, or maybe significantly increased their financing costs. And that hits the bottom line directly.
Right, right. Given all of that background noise, were analysts changing their tune on New Fortress Energy during this period?
Yeah.
Did we see any major upgrades or downgrades?
No, actually. No major upgrades or downgrades popped up in our search results since their last earnings report. The general feeling among analysts, it seems to be, well, cautious. Still cautious. And that's likely due to those recent big misses we discussed, plus all those sector-wide headwinds swirling around. It suggests that while the energy landscape is definitely dynamic, analysts haven't really seen a specific, compelling reason to significantly change their stance on New Fortress Energy in just the last quarter.
Okay, let's pivot a bit then. How has the stock actually been behaving leading up to this report? What's the pre-earnings price action telling us about investor sentiment and maybe expectations?
Well, while we don't have the precise price action for, say, the immediate week before earnings quoted here, the historical pattern for New Fortress Energy is definitely high volatility, both before and after the reports. You often see selling pressure build up ahead of these uncertain quarters, as investors try to de-risk their positions. And that kind of persistent pre-earnings selling pressure, it's not just noise. It tells us the market might be growing more skeptical, and any negative surprise could really amplify a downward move.
Mm-hmm. So, for investors who are looking at the charts or maybe thinking about entry and exit points, are there any key price levels they should be aware of? What might act as support or resistance?
Specific numbers, like quantitative support and resistance levels, weren't detailed in the search results we had. However, looking back, recent lows, especially the ones set after those sharp earnings misses, like the Q1 2025 report, those might offer some technical support, places the stock bounced from before. And for resistance, on the upside, levels near the highs reached maybe 1 or 2 quarters after an announcement, particularly after one of those rare positive quarters. They've historically acted as ceilings. So it's really about watching how the stock reacts around those previous turning points.
Gotcha. And what about the options market? What's it saying about how big a move people are expecting? How much volatility is actually priced in right now?
Yeah, the options market's implied straddle. That's not just jargon, right? It's a direct reflection of how much volatility the market expects after earnings come out. And for New Fortress Energy, historically, this implied straddle number indicates really quite large expected moves, significantly large. This data point around their earnings is typically well above the sector average for them. It signals the market is really bracing itself for a significant reaction. Basically, traders seem to be betting on a pretty wild ride.
Okay, so with all these different data points swirling around, the big question for anyone watching this is, what happens next? Given everything we've discussed, what are the potential paths for New Fortress Energy stock after the earnings? Let's maybe walk through a bullish case and then a bearish one.
Right. So if we connect this specifically to New Fortress Energy, the bullish case, that would likely involve what people call a beat and raise. So that means a smaller than expected loss per share, maybe even a surprise positive number, coupled with strong revenue that beats the forecasts. But critically, I think it would need to be combined with genuinely positive commentary from management. Things like progress on their project pipeline, strong capacity utilization at their existing terminals, maybe landing some new significant contracts, and upside guidance for the rest of 2025. Or really clear evidence they're controlling costs and improving margins, especially if they can show they're working. Fast LNG module projects are deploying quickly and securing new customers. That could definitely spark a sharp rebound. It would essentially show they're managing to defy those headwinds we talked about.
Okay, that makes sense. And then the flip side, what would trigger a more bearish reaction, something perhaps more aligned with the recent trends we've seen?
Yeah, the bearish case. That maybe feels more aligned with the recent trends and the general market sentiment right now. If revenue or EPS miss badly, again, similar to that Q1 2025 shocker, or if management guides down for the rest of the year, maybe citing weaker global LNG demand, or perhaps higher financing and input costs biting harder than anticipated. If that happens, the shares could sell off sharply. And given how capital intensive their projects are, any miss on their financial health indicators could really spook investors, I think.
So you mentioned the headline EPS has been incredibly volatile and maybe less predictive. Beyond that number, what's the one key metric you'd really recommend listeners focus on when this report actually drops?
Yeah, that headline EPS. It's been extremely volatile and frankly not the best predictor for New Fortress Energy lately. The really critical thing to watch, in my view, will be their forward guidance. Specifically, any updates they give on their revenue outlook, the progress of their project pipeline, are things on track, and any commentary on those broader LNG market dynamics, how do they see things playing out? That's what's going to offer the most valuable insights into the company's future path and how they plan to navigate these pretty choppy waters. It's the narrative around the numbers that will likely drive the stock, not just the historical figures.
Okay, bringing it all together then. Based on our analysis of all these sources, what's the overall leaning here? Neutral, bearish, and maybe what's your confidence level in New Fortress Energy actually delivering a positive surprise this quarter?
Overall, the leaning feels neutral to maybe slightly bearish. My confidence score for a near-term positive surprise, I'd probably put it at a 4 out of 10, something like that.
Yeah.
The recent earnings misses, that ongoing sector volatility, and honestly, the lack of really clear company-specific positive catalysts in the last quarter, it just lowers the confidence significantly. It's almost like watching, a high-stakes chess match with this company. Every earnings report feels like a critical move in this highly unpredictable global energy market.
Right, 4 out of 10. So for investors listening, what are some key trading strategy considerations around this earnings report, given everything we just laid out?
Well, for investors who are more risk-averse, it probably makes sense to maybe avoid holding New Fortress Energy right through the earnings announcement itself. Given that historical volatility and the potential for large surprises we've talked about, the unpredictable nature just makes it a bit of a gamble. Now, for those with a higher risk tolerance, maybe considering trading options could be something to look at. Strategies like a straddle or a strangle, which are basically designed to profit from a big move in either direction, up or down. That approach would aim to take advantage of that elevated implied volatility we mentioned, and the fact that historically the stock does tend to make large moves around earnings. However, and this is important, directional bets, betting it goes purely up or purely down, those are significantly riskier here. Just given all the unpredictable company-specific issues and those broader sector headwinds, the market's clearly bracing for a wild swing, and that means there's potential opportunity, but also very significant risk.
That was a really thorough exploration of what's coming up for New Fortress Energy's earnings. It seems pretty clear that while there are definitely significant headwinds, that forward guidance, that's going to be the real determinant of what happens next for this quite unique company.
Indeed. Yeah, understanding the history, the context, those sector-wide pressures, it's absolutely key to interpreting whatever they report. It's really not just about the Q2 numbers themselves, but the story, the narrative, the outlook that comes with them. That's where the real insights are likely to be found.
So what does this all mean for you listening in? As New Fortress Energy gets closer to its earnings report, consider this. What will Q2's results really reveal about the health of the broader energy infrastructure sector? And maybe more specifically, how will this company navigate these choppy waters, given its unique focus on LNG, especially with those modular fast LNG projects potentially changing the game.
A truly fascinating question to ponder as we wait for the results.
And that wraps up our discussion for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Investing Talk Podcast. We really hope this breakdown helps you make more informed decisions.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep learning and keep analyzing.
See you then.